Update 2. My brother framed me of rope 8 years ago, but the truth has finally been revealed. I got a call from an unknown number. When I picked it up, I could hear someone cry. I instantly recognized that voice. It was Amanda, the girl who my brother used to frame me, and I cut the call, trying to hold back my anger. Kim was with me and saw my face and came over concerned. I was trying to hold back my mix of tears and anger and told her who it was. When the call came in again, this time Kim picked up the phone and put it on speaker. There was a guy on the other side and he explained that he was Amanda's fiancé and she wanted to come clean over what she said back then. She got on the phone and kept apologizing over and over again and kept crying continuously. Kim did most of the talking as I became a sobbing mess, not sure what I wanted to do. So Kim said that they will call back. She immediately called Derek over, who listened to everything patiently as Kim explained what had happened. He gave me a hug and advised that we should set up a meeting at a lawyer's place with her confession so that it could help out in case of any future possible issues. I called up my lawyer and explained everything to him. He said he'll set up a meeting in his office and gave me a time and date. I called Amanda and told her that she needs to come over to my lawyer's office and we'll discuss it there. 3 days later we met up at his office. Amanda looked half dead, with her expressions. Her fiancé was the only person who was with her. My lawyer set up the meeting with a camera to record the entire meeting. I asked him to mediate and I asked Kim to come with me. We sat across the room and she started to explain in detail what had happened back then. A lot of things were said and discussed, but here's the crux of it. She and my brother were dating back in 2015, but no one knew. He was the person behind the entire rope plan. She went along because she really loved him and would do anything for him. He got a new phone and stole my profile pic from my WhatsApp number back then, and they used it to create the fake screenshots by chatting back and forth with Amanda. I went from crying to filled with rage. I can honestly say that if it wasn't for Kim, I might have been charged with assault. Kim was pretty furious and worked up as well, partially due to the pregnancy, and she tore Amanda a new one with her verbal lashes. Though my lawyer tried to maintain things civil, it was clear that Kim was pretty ticked off. She went further to tell her fiancé, if he still marries this human garbage then he deserves what's coming to him. Fighting back anger and tears, I asked them, why are they coming out and telling it to me now? Her fiancé Mark came forward and explained. He said that they were pretty intoxicated a couple of weeks back and she blurted out how she helped an ex destroy a marriage. That stuck with him, and after asking non-stop and pushing her she finally came clean to him. It was then that he pushed her to own up to her mistakes if she wants peace in her life. Apparently after she helped Henry, he started becoming cold and distant with her and eventually broke off 6 months later. At that point she felt terrible but was too scared to come clean and spent a lot of time in therapy trying to work through her issues. After everything was laid out on the table, my lawyer stepped in and said, let's take a 30-minute break and meet back again. Amanda and Mark stepped out, and our lawyer discussed that if I want he can go after her and my brother for defamation. The evidence available is more than enough for me to do what I want. I was feeling a lot of rage, but I decided I didn't want this to spoil the wedding, and whatever I wanted to do would have to wait till after everything was done. I told Amanda that I will be in contact with her, but for now I don't want her telling anyone else. I didn't want any drama from my ex-family to impact my wedding. After that meeting Kim hugged me and told me that she was right in trusting her guts and now she feels like a weight had lifted off her shoulders. I shared her sentiment. We had a small wedding with both James and Derek being the best man and a 3-week-long honeymoon covering Europe. It was an amazing time for both of us. Thankfully I was able to work through what I had heard, and Derek too suggested that I should put this on the back of my mind. It didn't spoil the honeymoon too much, though the nightmares were coming in more frequently than before during that time, and Kim was always there to support me. I also had a discussion with my therapist who told me that I will need to confront my ex-family sooner or later, if not for anything else, then for closure. After thinking a lot about all that had happened, I decided to reach out to Amanda in July and told her what she needed to do. I told her that I will be taking legal action based on her statement, but if she wants to not be screwed financially she needs to follow what I told her next. She needed to talk to Jenny alone and explain to her everything she told us back in the lawyer's office. She was crying while listening to me and told me that Mark left her. I told her that I wish I could feel sorry for her but I don't, then stated that karma hits everyone hard. It hits her and now it's coming for my brother.